These men are men with constructive ideas who are anxious to do something to save a rather desperate situation. And it's with great pleasure that I turn the meeting over to Dr. Thomas G. Dorrity, who is going to act as Master of Ceremonies and will introduce to some extent himself and the other doctors on the panel. Dr. Dorrity.
Thank you, Colonel Bunker. Ladies and gentlemen, when Miss Anna asked me to get up a panel of doctors to talk at this gathering, she gave me a blank check. And the men that I have picked are all tops in their field professionally. They are all dedicated to the preservation of the practice of private medicine. They all have a deep devotion to and faith in God, America, and individual responsibility, and in that order. They are not ashamed of being Americans. They are not ashamed of believing in the things that made America great. We have, I'll introduce them all at once to save a little time. Dr. Curtis Kane from Jackson, Mississippi, does anesthesiology. On your right, next on your right, Dr. Quinlan, who received his training in England, has lived under the situation that the socializers in America are trying to impose on you. He'll bring up the tail end of it, showing how we got there. Next on your right, Dr. Bob England from Collinville and Decatur, Illinois, tops in his field. He's going to tell you about the silly forms that the socializers have imposed on the doctors and what a terrific waste of time doctors have along this line. Next is Dr. Paul Lightheart from Columbus, Ohio. He is going to tell you about the present legislation or the plans that the socializers have for you at this time. On my right, Dr. Bob Moorhead. I usually say R.J. Moorhead. He doesn't like that so much, but he calls mine D-O-R-R-R-I-T-Y, so I can throw it back at him along the same line. He's going to bring up the history of medicine from the beginning back as far as Bismarck and bring it up to date. All of these men are members of and officers in the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, which to me is the greatest organization in the world. All of these men have done their homework. They know what's going on at the local level, at the state level, at the national level, and the international level. And any one of these men, with a given set of facts, would come up with the right answer, and any one of these men could speak for me on any subject. If you remember the German General Command School, if you read The Guns of August, the communication system among the military was not as ours, with all the radio, all the telephone wires, etc., but they had been so trained that with a given set of facts, they knew what the general in command on his right or left would do. This is the way it is with the men in this organization. So now to lead off with Dr. Moorhead, bringing you from the beginning up to Bismarck, from Bismarck's time up here, Dr. Quinlan bringing you up to date as to what's going on